Wealthy farmer had built it in 1870 something for his daughter's wedding present, and you never saw such wonderful wood in your life. Had two fireplaces. Anyhow, when Mother saw it, she just about died. She said, "What am I going to do with all this house?" You know, but she's used to this little house, and she didn't really appreciate it. But I said, "Well, Carl's buying a house big enough for your family to make up with all the kids."
And we did, didn't we?
Yeah. Yeah,
I remember sleeping up on the third floor in a big feather bed, and it was cold. It didn't have any heat on the third floor, I don't think.
Well,
but I remember the big bed with the big feather comforters.
The one winter, one of the winters that they were there was such a severe winter that Grandpa Carl put a petition across because it was all so open, you know, big open entrance hall, and it all went up two landing stairway to go upstairs, and it was all open. So you couldn't keep the bottom part. My mother said when she saw that house, two fireplaces. Well, I never had anybody build a fire in my front room. You know, she had one. And Carolyn was born there.
Oh, she was?
So she used to...
Born in Reno? Mm-hmm. I didn't know that.
And she was born in December, and oh, that winter was just beastly. And so she'd have Carl build a fire in this fireplace, and it was one of those heatlators, so that it actually heated up, you know. She'd sit in front of that fireplace and bathe the baby, and Carl would say, "Boy, Mommy has never been this happy for 27 years. I was 27 years old when Carol was born. Think about that." She was in seventh heaven, bathing that baby in front of the fireplace. So, but we lost you one time.
On purpose?
No.
Yeah, right.
They tried to
God, we found it.
We spent all afternoon trying to find you. Everybody in the family were out scouring the neighborhood, and every part of the house, and every place you could go to, and we couldn't find you.
Wait, how old was he?
Yeah, I think he was about 3.
This is in Red Oak?
You never know? Did you ever hear that story? Oh gosh, we were all just panic stricken. We couldn't find him.
Did he just wander off?
He was asleep in a closet upstairs.
Just needed a nap. Now, how did y'all end up in this area?
Huh?
At some point you ended up here.
Well, Janice moved first, didn't she?
Oh, when they came to Missouri, you mean?
Yeah.
Oh, when we came to Missouri.
Dad lived in Missouri.
Well, do I understand? Well, no, yeah, but
that's after they
what
met.
happened? Do I understand that the Blackfoot disease killed off the cattle on your ranch?
Black Plague.
Black Plague disease, and that's when you came to Missouri?
It could have been, but I can't remember that. I remember them talking about the fact that they had 7 bad years, like the Bible, you know.
They lost their whole herd to the Black Plague anyway.
One year took the wheat crop, or the whatever kind of crop, I think it was wheat, and the grasshoppers, and drought. They had drought trouble, and I don't remember about the cattle.
And then, so that's how you wound up at St. Joe?
Well, we came to St. Joe because of the church.
Oh.
Oh, really? How did you get from...
On the train.
On the train? I remember some story Grandma Mason told, I guess, like horse and buggy, going somewhere. And I thought they were moving somewhere or something.
I think that was in Montana, when Montana was by horse and wagon, right?
Mm-hmm. Well,
those are my
in the winter they took the wheels off the wagon and put sleigh on.
Really?
What?
In the wintertime?
Yeah,
took the wheels off the wagon and did what?
Make a sleigh out of it.
Oh.
Put runners on it.
Oh my gosh.
That's kind of a neat idea.
So y'all came to
Can you imagine? This is the way she grew up.
It's amazing.
And we're out flying around going to Mars.
Yeah.
You know that commercial, you've come a long way, baby.
Yeah.
So y'all came by train
Some
to
good,
St.
some
Joe?
bad.
Why did you pick St. Joe? I mean...
Well, I don't know why they didn't come on to Independence, but Dad may have had the job, he went to work for one of the priests. What was Brother Burnett? Was he a elder or a preacher or something?
I'm not sure.
Through the church, he may have
He
already
had a
the
job, so he went there.
But they wanted to come down here close to Independence.
Did he work for an oil company?
Brother Burnett, didn't you know the Burnett?
But Grandpa Bo, Grandpa
Oh.
Bo worked for an oil company.
Brother Burnett's.
Okay. I remember he always kept a jar of buttons or something, and I used to get in the buttons, and I remember him having a big leather strap, razor strap, that we used to get tanned on the bottom by Grandpa Bo.
You're kidding.
Huh?
Do
You do it?
that. You remember the story that he had it and he tanned our bottoms with it, but he would never have touched you kids.
We had in the garage on Donovan Street in St. Joe a big strap. We called it a cat of nine tails, and it was like 9 leather strips that were tied with a knot, and it had a handle. And Mother always claimed that that's what your father used on your kids when you were little.
Good grief.
I think she was pulling your leg, Rick. From Lois's
I
reaction.
think you had a bad dream.
Somebody's pulling somebody's leg.
Either that or somebody was beating
I
you,
remember
but
it.
none
It
of the
used to
rest
hang
of
in the
them.
garage. I remember. I could see it.
You were the chosen
It's
child. You
very-
could help it.
It never had anything to do with Grandpa Bull. I'll tell you that. So anyhow, as I said, your mother always had different memories than I did. See, when I think about the years in Montana, I can still remember. So we had a good time, you know, when we put the runners on the sled and we used to pile those
She
straw.
described harder times to me.
Yeah, that's what I was
So
going
you-
to say.
You'd put the
Pile
straw on
the
the sled?
sled. The sled and put blankets in there and we'd sing on the way to church. Probably was the only place we ever went. And Dad played the harmonica.
Oh, we did?
My dad.
I
Probably why
remember
she
Uncle
always
Irv.
cried when I played it.
I remember Uncle Irv played the harmonica.
Who?
Irv. He
Urban?
stood on his head and he played the harmonica.
Stood on his head and played the
Not
Oh,
harmonica.
at
he
the
liked
same
to stand
time.
on his
He
head.
he could stand on his head for like
Why would he do
forever.
that?
Do you
I don't know
remember
why he did
that?
that.
Yeah.
Yoga type
And
stuff.
but he played the harmonica. I remember him playing a
He
harmonica
played,
at our house.
what did the juice harp?
He played the harmonica at our
Did he?
house.
I don't remember him playing
The
it. He
house
played a
in
juice harp,
Rogers.
which was, there was some kind of little thing. It had a
Little thing you
little
pluck.
thing here that he could do this
Yeah.
way.
I remember that too.
The only people I remember are you and Angeline and Irv and Grandma, of course. I don't remember any of the rest of them at all.
Was your
Probably
fa-
never knew them.
Was Grandpa Bo a good harmonica player?